शुरू में आपको लग रहा होगा कि भाई बहुत लिखना पड़ रहा है. Hey everyone, this is video number 2 in the series of time and work. In video number 1 we learned these 4 methods and how we should be simplifying our time and work problem by using these 4 methods. In this video I'm going to be solving problems by using ratio method and LCM method. I have made a separate video for you for efficiency which is going to come soon. So we will be doing the comparison between these two methods, which one is going to be utilized under what circumstances, right? And if you have not seen video number 1, please go and watch that, because अगर आपने video number 1 देखा ही नहीं, आपने ये दोनों मेथड का इंट्रोडक्शन देखा ही नहीं, तो फिर इस क्वेश्चंस को लगाने का कोई मतलब नहीं बनता. So go and watch video number 1. I'm going to be solving this very first problem out here. It says that a man can do a job in 15 days and his father takes 20 days to finish the job. How long will they take to complete the job if they are working together? So what did I say? I'm going to be solving this problem by using two methods, ratio and LCM. So let us try to solve this question by using ratio first. Ratio method. So this man does the entire work in 15 days. So this man can finish the entire work in 15 days. So in one day he is going to be doing what? In one day this person would be able to finish 1/15 of the work. इसमें तो कोई rocket science है नहीं, आप तो समझ गए. 15 goes on this side of equality, it goes on denominator, and then father of this person, he is completing the work in 20 days. And if that is the situation, in one day the father would be doing 1/20 of the work. In one day father would be doing 1/20th of the work. And if both of them are working together, man and the father, if both of them are working together, then in one day this man does 1/15th of the work, whereas his father does 1/20th of the work. And if you simplify this, you will be finding out in one day how much work this man does and the father, sorry, my bad, what is happening here? So these two persons would be doing in one day. So if, let us simplify this. This is coming out, the LCM is coming out as 60, and then this is 4, and then this is 3, 7/60. In one day, man and father would be doing 7/60 of the work. So if we will have to simplify this further, what I'm gonna do, they are doing, man and father, both of them, if they are completing 7/60 of the work in one day, how many days will they be taking to finish the entire work? It's pretty simple for you to find out. This is coming out as 7/60/7, and if you simplify, this is coming out as these many days, 4/7 days. So which is 8 point something. Now let us look at our options. What is the answer? Less than 6, not even a possibility. Exactly 6, approximately 6, more than 10. What is the answer? None of these. So how did we try to solve this question? We tried to solve this question by using the very first method, which is ratio method, and I have written step by step. आपको मेरे ख्याल से कुछ ऐसा प्रॉब्लम, कुछ ऐसा डाउट इसमें आ नहीं रहा होगा. हाँ, शुरू में आपको लग रहा होगा कि भाई बहुत लिखना पड़ रहा है, but that's okay. For the first 5-10 questions, that's pretty much okay. Now what is going to be my second method? The LCM method, my favorite method. And what did I tell you in video number 1? Step number 1. What is step number 1? You should be finding out what is the LCM of days that are mentioned in the problem. So there are 2 days that are being mentioned in the problem, 15 and 20. You should be finding out what is the LCM. So 15 and 20, their LCM is coming out as how much? 60. I hope you have seen 7 videos that I have made for you from LCM and HCF chapter. दुनिया जहान की सारी कंफ्यूजन आपकी खत्म हो जाएगी. डिफिकल्ट से डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन आप लगा लोगे, provided you watch those 7 videos, right? So you go in the number system playlist, you will find those videos. So what is the second step? The first step is you should be finding out what is the LCM of these two values, and the second step is the total work should be taken as 60 units. Then यही तो सीखा आपने पहले वाले वीडियो में. और अगर ऐसा हो गया, what is going to be my third step? My third step is to find out how much work A does every day and how much work B does every day. A, who is completing the entire 60 units in how many days? 15 days. तो अगर ये भाई साहब 15 days में 60 units करते हैं, 2-4 प्रॉब्लम के बाद आपका पेन भी चलना बंद हो जाएगा. आप तो इसको मेंटल कैलकुलेशन करके निकाल दोगे. So this person A is doing 4 units per day, and how much B is going to be doing? How much B is going to be doing at the rate? What is going to be the rate? In fact, what are we doing here? We're trying to find out what is the rate. So rate of the work. If B in 20 days, by the way, what is A? A is the man, B is the father. यही कर रहे हम. 20 days. In 20 days, this person does 60 units, the father. So in one day, the father is going to be doing how much? 60 units is being done in 20 days. So in one day, 3 units of the work is going to be completed. Is that okay to you? Now, since the man and the father, they are working together, tell me in one day how much work they would be completing. So man and father, they are doing 4 plus 3, 7 units. 7 units in one day. And how much work that we have? The total work that we have taken is 60 units. So 60 units of the work would be done in how many days? 1 by 7 into 60. That is what is the answer that you found out through your LCM ratio method, 60 by 7. Now you decide, because if you're a student who have already been taught by some other teachers, किसी कोचिंग में आपने पढ़ाई करी है, तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टाइम वो रेशियो मेथड सिखाया जाता है आपको. तो बाय डिफॉल्ट आप रेशियो मेथड से क्वेश्चन करना शुरू कर देते हो. और जब मैं वापस आके बोलता हूं कि नो, यू शुड बी अडॉप्टिंग अ डिफरेंट अप्रोच, आप एलसीएम मेथड से लगाना शुरू करो, तो आप कॉन्शियस हो जाते हो. So learn that's why I'm solving, otherwise I would have gone with my LCM method, but I'm solving my question by using these two methods to show you that LCM method में आपके steps बच जाते हैं, because you're dealing with natural numbers, you're not dealing with fractions. And even though ratio seems to be very simple to you, यहाँ पे आप रेशियो से डील करते हो, तो प्रॉब्लम लिखने में बड़ा हो जाता है. बड़ा हो गया तो फिर तो पर्पस आपका डिसॉल्व हो गया. So that's why third or fourth video onwards, I'm going to be solving my questions only by using LCM method. This is for you to have a transition. Now, it says that Amit and Rohit can pause the video, try to solve this question on your own by using these two methods. Okay, Amit and Rohit can plough a field in 4 days. Rohit alone can plough the field in 6 days. दोनों मिलके कितने दिन में करता है? 4 days में करता है. And Rohit alone can do in 6 days. So problem is, in how many days A alone can plough the field, right? LCM method अब मैं पहले लिखता हूं, so that you can have a better clarity. Step number 1, you will have to take LCM of days that are mentioned in the problem. So I am taking LCM of 4 and 6, which is coming out as 12 units. और ये तो हो गया mental calculation. You don't even have to pick your pen to find out what is the LCM of 4 and 6, right? Once you're done with this, the second step, which is what is going to be the total work, that is also mental work. You don't even have to pick up your pen. It is going to be 12 units. Now, the third step onwards, you may have to pick up your pen. So my third step is going to be your first step when you're solving the problem. Now, A and R, Amit and Rohit, both, they are completing this entire work in how many days? In 4 days, as per the problem, 12 units. Did you understand this? So in one day, collectively they will be doing 3 units of the work. हो गया ना भाई? 12, अब ये 3 कहां से आया? 12 डिवाइड बाई 4, 3 यूनिट्स आ गया। और अमित एंड रोहित दोनों मिलके एक दिन में कितना काम करते हैं? 3 यूनिट काम करते हैं। वुड यू बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट हाउ मच वर्क रोहित डज पर डे on his own? That's pretty simple for you to find out, right? What should be the answer here? रोहित भाई साहब कितना दिन लगाता है जी? 6 days. So in 6 days, Rohit does how many work? What is the total unit? 12 units. One day. अगर 6 दिन में लगाया 12 यूनिट तो एक दिन में in one day Rohit is going to be completing 2 units. Pretty simple for you to identify. और अगर ऐसा हो गया तो प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो गया, क्योंकि अमित और रोहित का एक दिन का काम, आपने क्या बोला यहां पे, उनका एक दिन का काम है 3 यूनिट। They are doing 3 units of the work every day, and you just found out that out of these 3 units, 2 units is being done by Rohit, and collectively they are doing 3 units. So Amit is going to be doing 1 unit per day, है ना? So 1 plus 2 is coming out as 3. So Amit is doing 1 unit of the work per day. Now आपसे प्रॉब्लम क्या पूछा जा रहा है? In how many days Amit alone can finish the work? Now 12 units of the work, Amit does 1 unit per day. कितने दिन में काम खत्म कर देगा? 12 days में काम खत्म कर देगा अमित अकेले। प्रॉब्लम सिंप्लीफाइड हो गया। Did you understand this thing? अच्छा, आप क्या लिखोगे? आप तो यहां से स्टेप्स अपने लिखने शुरू करोगे। And if you're understanding this, I would be solving this question by using the ratio method also, for you to do a comparative analysis. Now, if I will have to solve this question by using ratios, it says that Amit and Rohit. Now, अब मैं थोड़ा सा सिंप्लीफाई करने की, शॉर्टकट लगाने की कोशिश करता हूं। ये कहता है कि 4 days में ये दोनों भाई साहब लोग करता है काम। So in one day, Amit and Rohit would be doing what? 1/4 of the work. Whereas if Rohit does this work on his own, Rohit can complete this work in how many days? 6 days. So 6 days में इन भाई साहब ने काम खत्म कर दिया। So 1 day में क्या हुआ? 1 day में 1/6 वर्क हो गया। Did you understand this? Now, Amit and Rohit, they are doing 1/4 of the work, and Rohit does 1/6 of the work. So can I say that Amit का जब आपको निकालना होगा तो इसी 1/4 में से, because 1/4 is the work that they are doing collectively per day, इसी में से अगर आपने रोहित का सब्सट्रैक्ट कर दिया एक दिन का काम, so you will be finding out how much work Amit is doing in 1 day. It's pretty simple for you to identify. So this is going to be what? 12 is the LCM. This is going to be 3. This is going to be 2. 1/12. What does that mean? In 1 day, Amit does 1/12 of the work. हो गया ना? दिमाग में बत्ती जलना चाहिए कि भाई 1/12 अगर उसने कर दिया एक दिन में तो पूरा का पूरा काम कितने दिन में कर दिया? 12 दिन में काम खत्म कर दिया। So what I should be writing here, if you still did not understand, कहां गए भाई साहब? If you still did not understand, then what is that I should be doing? I would write this. Hold on a second, just a second. Amit 1/12 of the work in 1 day. So the entire work is going to be completed in how many days? 12 days. Right? Pretty simple for you to identify. So ये दोनों मेथड से आपने इस प्रॉब्लम को लगा लिया। चलो जी, लेट अस ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन। अच्छा, कुछ क्वेश्चन होते हैं ना जो दिखते हैं कि बड़े मुश्किल से हैं, बड़े मुश्किल होते नहीं है। आप एक बार इनको पढ़ के देखो। एक कैन कंप्लीट 1/3 of the work in 5 days. UPSC CSAT has given a very similar problem in 2020 paper. It says that A can complete 1/3 of a work in 5 days. प्रॉब्लम ना सिर्फ आपको कंफ्यूज कर रहा है, वो क्या कह रहा है कि ये वाले भाई साहब 1/3 ऑफ वर्क कितने दिन में कर देते हैं, 5 डेज में कर देते हैं, यही है ना। So can I also say that A would be able to finish the entire work in how many days? 15 days, because I am comfortable with days जहां पे A and B and C सारा का सारा काम कितने दिन में खत्म करना है। तो आपको यहां से ये पता चल गया कि A अकेले काम को कितने दिन में फिनिश कर रहा है। A is doing this entire work in how many days? 15 days. Now how about B? And B does 2/5 of the work in how many days? 10 days. So can we find out in how many days B alone will be able to finish the work? And simple. B alone is going to be what? 5/2. If 2/5 comes on this side of equality, is going to become 5/2. And if you multiply this with 10, what is the answer that you will be getting? 25 days. अब अगर इस प्रॉब्लम को लिखने की बजाय had I written that A does a piece of work in 15 days and B does the same piece of work in how many days? 25 days. Then in how many days A and B collectively will be able to finish the work? Will you be able to solve this problem? यही तो आप सीख रहे हो। और इस प्रॉब्लम में क्या किया, सिर्फ वर्डिंग के साथ में थोड़ी छेड़छाड़ करी गई और वो प्रॉब्लम ऐसा बन गया। बट देन इफ यू सिंप्लीफाई दिस प्रॉब्लम इज A does in 15 days, B does in 25 days. In how many days collectively they will be able to finish the work? Now let us try to solve this question through LCM method. What is step number 1? If you try to simplify this problem through LCM method, step number 1 is you should be taking LCM of days that are mentioned. तो आपने एक तो चीज सीखी कि जो LCM लोगे ना, बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज बोल रहा हूं मैं, जो आप LCM लोगे वो किन डेज का करोगे, जितने दिन में कंप्लीट करेगा। A अकेले, B अकेले, C अकेले. If A does 1/3 of the work, B does 2/5 of the work. In order to find out LCM of numbers, first you should be finding out in how many days they are working alone, right? अब अगर ऐसा हुआ तो मेरा LCM कितना बना, 15 and 25 का। अच्छा, कई लोग बोलेंगे 15 and 25 का LCM निकालना मुश्किल है। And I say that it's not difficult. Any which way, the LCM is going to be in the table of these two. Watch the video number 2 of LCM. This is where I have mentioned this method. 15 and 25. And LCM is going to be in the table of these two numbers. So मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए, मेरे को इन दोनों नंबर्स की टेबल में देखना चाहिए। तो बड़े वाले के नंबर की टेबल में देखेंगे। देखो 25 into 2, 50 is not divisible by 15, so this cannot be LCM. 25 into 3, 75. Is 75 a multiple of 15? Yes. So 75 is going to be there. LCM problem हो गया सिंपल। आपने पेन उठाना ही नहीं था, तो पेन नहीं उठाने वाला मेथड तो मैंने आपके लिए बना के रखा हुआ है। बट दोस वीडियोस आर प्रीटी बिग, 25 मिनट्स, 30 मिनट्स। और लोग मेरे को ये बोलते हैं कि व्हाई इज दैट यू आर मेकिंग वीडियोस इतने बड़े बड़े, आप 10 मिनट की बनाओ, 12 मिनट की बनाओ। ऐसे दैट आई कैन नॉट डू दैट एंड आई वोंट डू दैट बिकॉज दैट वुड नॉट जस्टिफाई माई जॉब। अब अगर इतनी मेहनत मैं कर ही रहा हूं तो फिर ढंग से बना लेते हैं। और अगर आप पढ़ने वाले हो तो फिर आप देख ही लोगे, अगर आप नहीं पढ़ने वाले हो तो फिर तो कोई बात ही नहीं है। So this one is coming out as 75 minutes. Now, would I say that the total work is going to be how much? Total work will become 75 units, right? A does 75/15. अब थोड़े थोड़े वैल्यूज को सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे, पूरा स्टेप्स नहीं लिखेंगे। 5 units per day. A does 5 units per day, whereas B does 75/25. You see, you're dealing with numbers, 3 units per day. And if you have to hire both of these two individuals, then 5 plus 3, they will be doing 8 units per day. है ना simple job ये। And if it is going to be something like this, then collectively A and B, they are doing 8 units per day. 8 units. Let us change the color of the pen. 8 units in one day. So what is going to be the number of days in which they collectively will be completing 75 units of the day? So this is going to be what? 75 by 8. Isn't it pretty simple for you to find out? 75 by 8 अब निकाल के देखो कौन सा आंसर आ रहा है आपका. So this is coming out as 9 3 by 8. 9 3 by 8 is coming out as 9.375. So in these 9.375 पे option yes. So you would be able to finish your work, not you, A and B collectively will be able to finish the work in how many days? 9.375 days. कभी कभी options में ये भी देके रखेगा, कभी कभी option में ये भी देके रखेगा. You should be able to identify both of these two. So what did I say? You should be finding out LCM of days that are mentioned. कौन से LCM लेंगे, किस वैल्यू का LCM लेंगे, जहां पे पूरा का पूरा काम फिनिश होना चाहिए. अधूरे काम का आप LCM नहीं लोगे, पूरे के पूरे काम का LCM लोगे. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. Now you may find out this question through the ratio method. I hope you would be able to do that. Now X can do. अब ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम दिखते हैं कि ये प्रॉब्लम लगाने वाले हैं, बट वो प्रॉब्लम लगाने वाले होते ही नहीं है. लोग कंफ्यूज होते हैं कि यार टाइम एंड वर्क का प्रॉब्लम है, बट देन इफ यू रीड दीज काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स you would be solving them without even picking up your pen. Let us try to do that. Pause this video, try to solve this question without picking up your pen. Can you do that? Can you do that? If you can do that, please let me know in the comment section. X can do 1/4 of the work in 10 days. 1/4 work अगर 10 days में किया, मैं थोड़ा सा तो पेन उठाऊंगा आपको समझाने के लिए. 1/4 of the work in 10 days. क्या आप बगैर पेन उठाए मेरे को ये बता सकते थे कि X पूरा का पूरा काम करेगा 40 days में? X is going to be completing the entire work in how many days? 40 days, right? How about Y? How about Y? Y does 40% of work in 40 days. Y does 40% of the work in 40 days. So 1% of work in 1 day. भाई 40% काम हुआ 40 डेज में, तो 1% काम हुआ 1 डे में, एंड 100% काम हुआ 100 डेज में. प्रीटी सिंपल. अगर आप देखो 40% ऑफ वर्क, हाउ डिड आई फाइंड आउट विद 100 विदाउट पिकिंग अप माय पेन? 40% ऑफ वर्क इन हाउ मेनी डेज? 40 डेज. आप सिंप्लीफाई करना चाहते हो आप करो. 40% इज व्हाट? 40/100 ऑफ वर्क इन 40 days. And 40 and 40 are cancelled from both sides of equality. The work is going to be done by Y in how many days? 100 days. Did you understand this thing? Did you understand this thing? And then problem also tells you that Z is completing 1/3 of the work in 13 days. So 1/3 of the work in 13 days. So the entire work is going to be completed in how many days? 39 days. So the same piece of work is being done by X in 40 days, by Y in 100 days, and by Z in 39 days. Who is going to be finishing this work? सबसे पहले, who is completing this work? So this answer is going to be Z. Pretty simple for you to identify. So अगर ये प्रॉब्लम आ जाए तो प्लीज आप इसको तो छोड़ना मत गलती से. बट हाँ, आपने एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप कर ली कि भाई अगर फ्रैक्शन ऑफ वर्क दिया हुआ है तो यू विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट द एंटायर वर्क, इजंट इट? नाउ इफ दैट इज द केस, प्लीज सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन योर ओन. दिस वन इज रियली वेरी सिंपल. दिस वन इज रियली वेरी सिंपल. Work done by A in 1 day is half work done by B in 1 day. Work done by B is half the work done by C in 1 day. C can complete the work in 7 days. Now understand this. You may, my assumption is that you have seen my ratio videos, right? यहां पे बोला जा रहा है ratio of work is being given to you. Ratio of, when you say ratio of work, probably this is ratio of efficiency. कि एक दिन में किसने कितना काम किया, एक दिन में B ने कितना किया, C ने कितना किया, so forth and so on. So A and B. A does half work done by B. If B does 1 unit of the work, then I'm going to be assuming that A is going to be doing half unit of the work. And this ratio is pretty simple for you to find out. 1/2 is to 1. So I would say that 1:2 लेके काम खत्म करो अपना. यही है ना? B does double the work done by A. So always ratio is going to be 1:2. Now what is going to be the next statement? It says that work done by B is half the work done by C. So now work done by B is half the work done by C. So I would write 1 by 2 is to 1, and if I simplify this, I am going to be getting 1 is to 2. How am I simplifying? By doing the cross multiplication. 2 goes over here, so this becomes 1 into 2. And यहाँ इसमें तो कुछ है नहीं, तो काम खत्म हो गया. Now you know A is to B and you know B is to C. Would you be able to find out A is to B is to C? What did I say? My assumption is that you have seen my ratio videos. So ratio number 5 and 6, video number 5 and 6, this is where we have developed this shortcut. जहाँ पे A is to B is to C आप एक लाइन में निकाल दोगे. A is going to be 1 into 1, B is going to be 1 into 2, and C is going to be this. So the work done by A, B and C is going to be in the ratio 1 to 4. अब देखो ना, अगर आप इतने स्मार्ट हो जहां पे आपको ये पेन उठाने की जरूरत ना पड़े और आप कर जाओ, जैसे मैं बोल दूं कि अगर C ने किया 4 units of the work per day and B is doing half of that work, so obviously B is going to be doing 2 units, half of 4, and A is doing half that work, so A is going to be doing half of 2, which is 1 unit. तो मैं क्या, अगर ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपको तो बड़ी अच्छी बात है और होनी चाहिए. आप एप्टीट्यूड सीख रहे हो तो धीरे धीरे सारी चीजें आपको डेवलप करनी चाहिए. सो आई एम गोइंग टू बी सेइंग दैट A does 1 unit of the work per day, B does 2 units of the work per day, and C does 4 units of the work per day. अब यहां पे तो अभी तक हमने टाइम एंड वर्क का तो कोई कॉन्सेप्ट लगाया नहीं, ये तो रेशियो का कॉन्सेप्ट है. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या पूछा जा रहा है आपसे? C alone is completing the entire work in 7 days. And if C is doing the entire work in 7 days and C does 4 units per day, so you will have a better idea of what is going to be the total work. By the total work is going to be how much? 7 into 4, isn't it? C does 7 units of the work per day. 4 units of the work per day, and in 7 days this person is completing the work, so this is coming out as 28 units. और अगर ये आ गया 28 units, and what is the question that they are asking you? A and B, C and together they are working in how many days they are going to be completing? Now understand, A and B and C collectively they are, if they are working together, this is 1 plus 2 plus 4, it is coming out as 7 units of the work per day. 7 units of the work per day. And what is the total work that you have to finish? 28 units. आपको तो पेन उठाने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़नी चाहिए कि पूरा का पूरा काम खत्म करने में इनको कितने दिन लगेगा? 4 दिन लगेगा. So if 7 units are being done in how many days? 1 day. Then the total work, which is 28 units, is being done in how many days? 1 by 7 into 28. The answer is coming out as 4 days. 4 days. Isn't it pretty simple for you to find out? अब इसमें जो रेशियो है आप लगा के एक बार चेक करना, आंसर यही आएगा. But what is that I'm trying to say? The moment I have found out this, then for me to apply the concept of time and work and LCM method is pretty simple. ये 2 लाइन का रेशियो हुआ, 2 लाइन का यहाँ पे टाइम एंड वर्क हुआ, 4 लाइन में आपका प्रॉब्लम सिंप्लीफाई होना चाहिए. So that is what I did in this video. I tried to tell you that you can simplify both of these 2 problems by using either this method or that method. Which one is convenient to you? Please identify for yourself. कभी भी ना aptitude में किसी एक मेथड के साथ स्टक नहीं होना चाहिए, समझ रहे हो ना? तो you have to have an open mind. That is the objective of having an aptitude paper. Do you have an objective mind? Do you have an analytical bent of mind? So I'm going to be solving in video number 3. I'm going to be solving these kind of problems. ये एग्जामिनेशन में हमेशा मिलता ही रहता है और लोग इसको देख के कंफ्यूज होते हैं. सो दिस क्वेश्चन एंड इससे रिलेटेड कम से कम 5 से 6 और प्रॉब्लम, सो दैट आपकी जो सारे के सारे कंफ्यूजन है वो दूर हो जाए और एग्जामिनेशन में जितनी वेराइटी आती है प्रॉब्लम की वो सारी की सारी हम कवर कर सके. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी माय एजेंडा इन वीडियो नंबर 3. टिल देन बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वन.